right, let's cross live to our Lagos studios and speak to the spokesperson of the Ogun State APC Campaign Council, Remi Hazzan. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, if the report by our own Bengashu is anything to go by, it's not going to be a walk in the park for any party during this governorship election. What are the chances, with, especially in Ogun State, with Otegbeye Adebutu strong forces and 10 others against Dapo Abiodun?
Thank you very much for having me. For us in Ogun State, I see victory, and all our people also see victory. That's because performance-wise, we've been able to deliver quite a lot on our promises to the people of Ogun State. If you want to look at it from that standpoint, then all of the contention that you are having from the other parties, particularly the PDP and the ADC, because there is little to be seen of the obedient movement in Ogun State. So we can safely say that Ogun State is in the kitty already for the APC.
Right.
Well, let me jump in there if you're still there quickly here. And we go back to some of the key questions Benga also spoke about in his report, and it has to do with the opposition. For the first time in Ogun politics, we've seen a big opposition making an audacious presence in your state and some other southwest states. Now, let us in on the key concerns of your party to this winning. Many listening to you, it's not enough to say, yes, we're winning the election. But what are the indices that inform your decision of winning?
Okay, thank you once again. There are principally like three major indicators that tells you whether you're going to win or not. First is, what, as an incumbent, are you bringing on the table? And under our Ishaya development pillars, we've been able to deliver on quite a lot of our promises. On roads, for example, this administration is the first administration to construct well over 400 kilometers of road in its very first term. No first-term governor has ever done that in Ogun State. In housing development, we have been able to garner close to 2,000 there are efforts already in place to do a lot more than that. That tells you straight away that we've surpassed the record of all past governors from 1976 to date, put together. And we've been able to surpass all their record, because put all of the housing stock together is about 1,200 or so. We have close to 2,000 already, with plans already in place to even do more, which means even before this tenure closes, we can pass the 2,000 mark. That's on the other side. For the road that I even mentioned, the arterial road development that we have put together as a state is such that will catalyze development. And under that arrangement, you have the Ekpe-Ijebu-Ode dual carriageway completed and already put in use. That has opened up another scheme for development, both industrial, residential, and other kind of uses. The Abeokuta interchange dual carriageway. If you stand on that road for just 1 hour, you're going to count not less than 500 articulated vehicles. That tells you straight away that articulated vehicles don't move except in the direction of commerce. That shows that that road has been able to gravitate commerce towards us more than ever before. The other leg of it, which will have been the interchange Pakpalanto, Ilaro, Ibeshe, Obele Road, is the one that the federal government has graciously given to Dangote Group under the federal government tax credit scheme. And I want to believe that very soon, High Tech that is working with the Dangote Group will move to site for that. All of these also have been done under an equitable climate. In other words, no single local government in Ogun State has at least anything that is a semblance of neglect or what have you. It then means that we've been able to touch every part of Ogun State. maybe they may say they want more, but nobody can say we have nothing. And that is the hallmark of an equitable administration like Dapo Abiodun. And that's why each time he visits any local government, you see him commissioning one road or the other, or inspecting a project that is nearing completion. So if it is about performance, it's an indicator that we're going to get victory on Saturday. The second leg of it is public opinion. The public opinion in the political space in Ogun State today favors us as a party, favors us as a government. And that's why we are very, very much confident that Saturday will deliver victory to us as a government. Notwithstanding that these indicators point in the positive, we're not allowing complacency to hold us back. We keep engaging with every stakeholder, groups, and public opinion or public pressure group, so that we will be able to know how far have we gone, what more do we do that we take this going forward, not leaving anybody behind. That is the kind of administration that Prince Dapo Abiodun runs, and that's why we're so confident that he's going to get victory on Saturday. You may from without be thinking that the obedient movement that you're seeing elsewhere is going to rub on Ogun State. No, sir, no, ma. That does not apply to us. However, even those who are contending, they themselves know that it is almost over. It's just for Saturday to come.
But you know that no longer can any leadership at any level in Nigeria take the people for granted. Let's talk about this threat by the governor to revoke the C of O of companies who, and stores that actually reject the old Naira notes. What's the situation with that? Has that been put into effect?
We haven't had any case of anybody rejecting. That's to let you understand that Ogun State as a party to the case that Supreme Court just decided. At that time, the rule that the Supreme Court gave was that the old note remains a legal tender. And that's why the governor said in Ogun State, nobody should reject the old note. And when the Supreme Court finally decided the case, it still upheld the same rule, only that the date has now shifted to 31st of December. We haven't had record of anyone rejecting the note, so there might be no need to carry out that instruction that the governor has given. We are loyal, abiding citizens in Ogun State. Even the corporate citizens in Ogun State as well, they also have found a peaceful climate, and I don't think they want to break the rule without taking cognizance of the fact that there will be penalties or punishment for any such breaking of the law. So since there's no record of any violation, there will be no need to apply any rule.
Okay, Remy, let me quickly come in here before we leave, and it has to do with one citizen of your state who is a prominent figure in the country and on the continent, Olusegun Obasanjo, former president. He doesn't seem to be on the same page with your party, and he's pushing for the Labour Party. How does that also affect the gains of your party in the coming elections? Baba Olusegun Obasanjo is a respected elder statesman, our father in Ogun State. He has a right to speak to national issues, and more often than not, his opinion has also been able to help leadership, both at the national and state level, to get things right. But in this particular instance, Baba threw his hat into the ring by openly endorsing one of the candidate for this election. And that made his opinion at the point that he made it concerning the process of this election to be seen from a partisan perspective. And to that extent, I will not speak further on this matter, especially since those who are affected by the results declared by INEC are already in court. So the matter is already sub judice.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight tonight.